Hi guys, it's Aoife from Fred We See Died Laughing, and I'm here with a tag today. So I'm doing the Reader Envy book tag, which was created by my good friend Kirsty over at Kirsty Ward, and I will just get straight into it because it's a really good tag. So the first question is, name a booktuber or multiple booktubers that give you ridiculous reading envy. And for this I have to choose Eleanor over at Elena Reads Books and Kirsty over at Melbourne on My Mind. Both of these women read so many books every single week, and I just don't know how they do it. I read about 3 or 4 books every week, but they normally read more than 3 or 4. They read about 5 or 6, sometimes 7, and I just don't know how they do it. And I wish I could read that many books. I wish I could read all the books every day, every single day of the week, and not have to do anything else and get paid for it, and that would be amazing. But unfortunately not. But yeah, both these booktubers read amazing amount of books, and they're both amazing booktubers as well. So if you're not subscribed to them, please go and subscribe to them because they're really good. Question number 2 is, name a book you've put down because of reading envy for another book. And I don't really have an answer for this one because I generally only read one book at a time, and I don't pick up another book until I finish the book I'm reading. It's just the way I've always read, and I'm just not a multiple book reader person. I generally only read like actual physical copies of books or books on my Kindle. I don't listen to audiobooks. It's just not something I enjoy, and I don't always actually have my iPod or anything with me because I don't even listen to music that much when I'm reading, or when I'm travelling anywhere, because I normally have my book, so I don't really need to listen to music as well. So yeah, so unfortunately I don't have an answer for this one, but yeah, why don't you let me know what books you've put down because you just couldn't wait anymore to read them. Question number 3 is, name a book you want to read because of reading envy and you still haven't got to it. And for this is books that came out last year, which were like everyone was talking about them last year, and they still show up all the time, and I'm like, I really need to read these books, and I still haven't read them. And that is An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir and The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Ahdieh. Both of these books sound absolutely amazing, and I just haven't got them yet. I will eventually, hopefully this year, but they're both books that are kind of books I really want to read, and yeah, I still haven't got around to them. Question number 4 is, name a book you picked up because of reader envy and you didn't really enjoy it. And for this one I'm going to go for Dark Fever by Karen Marie Moning. If anyone remembers, last year there was a number of bigger booktubers that were just raving about this series, and it's set in Ireland and it's set around like the fae world, supernatural world, and it just sounded really my thing. And when I first read this book I gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. But then, since then, I've gradually thought about the book more, and when I think about the book now, I actually get I get really angry when I think about the book, because the more I think about it, the more I'm like, this actually isn't a very good book, in my opinion. I didn't like the way Ireland was laid out in the book. There were times when I found it a little bit offensive, and when I think back, I find it even more offensive. I don't think Irish people were broadcast to be really nice in the book. I'm just not sure if enough information was researched for this book. Sometimes there were some parts of the book that didn't make sense. Some of the Irish in it I think was also not particularly right. Some of the Gaelic language was wrong at times, from what I have learned it in school, which would be, just general Irish is wrong in the book, unless, because there's certain dialects of Irish that are different in different parts of Ireland, so unless they're specific to a specific part of Ireland, some of the Irish I found was wrong, and I don't know, I just didn't like it. I've decided to stop reading the series because I just didn't enjoy them, and the last book just made me really mad. The end of the last book, I didn't like it at all, that I read, which was the 3rd book in the series, Dream Fever. I think it was Dream Fever, and yeah, so definitely not reading more of those. Question number 5 is, name a book you picked up because of reader envy but you still haven't got around to it because of reading envy over another book. And for this I'm going to go for the Fallen Kingdom series by Morgan Rhodes. I've had this for a few months now and I just still haven't picked it up. I just have been reading other books on my TBR, other books I've gotten from NetGalley that I want to read, and I think there's a part of me that's afraid to read these books as well because they are so hyped and so many people love them. And yeah, I'm just kind of afraid, but ever since I saw this book. I think I first saw it on Shannon over Leaning Lights channel. She was the first person I saw that picked it up and was talking about it, and I just absolutely fell in love with this cover. I absolutely loved it, and I was like, I need that book. So I got it, and I just still haven't read it, and hopefully I will get to read it soon. Question number 6 is, how many times have you experienced reader envy? So this is just when you're envious over books other people are reading, or envious over how many books other people are reading, and just in general, just being jealous because of all the books. I do get reader envy a lot, but I generally have kind of a set TBR for myself. So there's books I'm looking forward to every month that I'm reading, and if I really feel I need to read a book, I will put it on the TBR. There are certain books that come out that people get really quickly, and I'm like, I'm getting it at the moment over Riders by Veronica Rossi. I haven't got it yet. I haven't been able to see it in the bookstores here. I'll probably get it online, but the thing is, I don't want the hardback, but I don't think the paperback is out until May. I just don't like hardback books, especially for book series that are just like The Fallen Kingdoms. I like them floppy. I just think hardcovers take up too much room on my bookshelf. I don't need them. So yeah, I think I'll probably end up having to wait, because I do just want the paperback of that. I don't want the hardback, so I could end up having to wait till May, which means there's going to be a whole lot of reader envy until May, when I can get my own copy of that book, and I have to see everyone else talk about it, because Veronica Rossi is one of my favourite authors. She wrote Under the Never Sky series, which is one of my all-time favourite series, and it's something that I actually wanted to reread. I got the urge to reread it the other day, and I almost picked it up and then I didn't, but I think I still might pick it up soon. I just love that book so much. So yeah, but that's definitely going to be reader envy for the next few months for me anyway. So that is it for the book tag. As I said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys again next time. So bye!